Hey guys, and welcome to TotalMarketTraders weekly forex watch list. I am Stephen, and let's get started. So we have Aussie yen as a bearish. First of all, we have then pound Swiss as a bearish, pound Aussie bearish, and finally pound yen bearish. Out of all our 28 plus pairs, those are the four that have sort of came up as the most interesting ones. So let's take a look at Aussie yen. So we have a doji, key line, resistance, and deceleration. As you can see here is the key line, stretching back historically, has been respected somewhat. The doji candle here in the weekly is okay. It is showing some deceleration. However, what I'm not too fond of is the 50 EMA. Could provide some minor support. And out of them all, it is probably the choppiest on this list, so it's not really one that I personally like. The rest of them are all pretty good, I like them. And let's go over pound yen, for example. So pound yen, what we're looking at here is a double top, a nice pin bar against this key line resistance. This stretches back to 2013, it's been tested once, twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be the 7th clean touch. If it goes back any further, there are a few touches even further, but it is a historical area. 147.5. That sort of area is of some significance. It is overextended. As we can see here, this bullish pattern did get a nice breakout, but the people who did play this pattern would now be looking to close their positions and take their profits. So out of that, we may see the price weaken slightly. Price could drop down to the Fibonacci sort of area between 0.382 and 0.5. If it does, we may look at it as a potential long again to take it much higher and then break out from this sort of zone here and targeting potentially the 155 area. So for now, we are seeing some weakness. We have a nice oversold RSI on this pair as well, so it's another very nice one we have on our watch. Let's move on to pound Aussie. This one is a little bit more clear in structure. So we have 1, 2, triple top, essentially. Again, overextended run from basically the middle of March. It's just been on an absolute tear. It hasn't really pulled back at all, and it's now starting to look quite weak because in the week before we had a nice hammer candle here, and then pin bar up here, just to end the week last week. It's also in this nice key resistive zone, which again is historically respected. If this loads, yep. So as you can see here, it does get touched quite a number of times in the past, and is one of the reasons why we have it on our watch for this week. What did we have? Yeah, pretty much covered everything. Overbought as well on the RSI. All pound pairs seem to be overbought on the RSI, which is quite interesting. So as we can see here on pound cat, oh, that's not pound Swiss. Give me a second. Let's go to pound Swiss. Okay, so here we go. Pound Swiss, this is another one we're taking a look at. There's a nice trend line that has so far been respected with 2 touches. It's not the most significant of trend lines. We could potentially say there's another one here. Yep. That one's not as important, but it's a nice rising one which it broke out from. Bring up the RSI, again oversold, a nice pin bar against this trend line. Maybe not the cleanest, but it does have deceleration. It is something that we're going to keep reasonably close eye on and look for to potentially take it down to 1.27 area on potentially either daily or intradays. We'll have a look once we see some price action develop throughout the week. If we do see some nice signals, we may take it short or whatever on either of these pound pairs, but the 3 pound pairs are our main watch for this week, and we have them on our sort of synopsis area here. So we have pound against the yen as being the weakest focus, as you can see here. So we have 3 pound shorts and 2 yen longs. So smartest way to pair them up would be pound yen as being a short. So hopefully this was of some help, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.